remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that monkey. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a car on NASCAR. My solo no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I?
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Jets at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now.
Hall has it knocked loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes left side. The 40. The 20. 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he stays up. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, a run with Hall. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And some space here.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks. And remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Let's go. Ready?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Second and 1. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And even 150 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends
is in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Diablo Lenore. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Parks. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it?